Hello. Okay. A little context first about what I built. So basically, this is like a content management system. So I want to tell you a little bit about the problem, my business, the stuff that I was wanting to deal with. Also, just to let you know, I have zero technical background. I've never seen code. I've never seen a terminal. I had to look up 7 times what is GitHub, what is Vercel, what is a terminal, why do I have to use a terminal, why can't I only have one terminal at a time? Like, how does this work? Then I learned to do terminals. So I would say for me, it was there are many components that were like learning a new language or like being immersed in a sort of new country or something where you're like, what is this? Why do they eat it this way? And I would say that it passes really, really fast. It feels very disorienting at first. There's just like a lot of ways you're used to working that are not quite the same. And yeah, I'm really amazed at how fast it passes, how much I even just like use the language now. I've built, in the last 6 weeks, I've built probably 6 additional projects to this. This is like my test project. And that's because once you are in there building, every other idea is coming to you. You're like, actually, I can build this and I can build another one on top of it. And so yeah, I really recommend people are like actually building, not chatting with Claude or chatting with ChatGPT or whatever you're using, because you can't really imagine what's possible until you actually see what you can do and what you can build and how many things you can build and scrap back to zero and rebuild something else that actually works or meets your needs. And then you can test things against them. And you get so many learnings and so many insights so fast that you can reincorporate them back into your project, which is when it starts to be really usable and really good. So for me, I have a business that where I have a program where people collect a lot of information about themselves, and they're basically turning their expertise into IP, and they're using their IP to build products, programs, become keynote speakers, etc. And so what I wanted for myself and for my clients at the end of the process, you have a ton of information and data on yourself. You've built stories about yourself. You have micro narratives about yourself. You have all of your expertise turned into IP, whether it's products, keynote talks, etc. So you have so much IP basically. And when you exit the program, it's really hard to then like translate it into something in the real world. It's hard to parse through it. I have the same problem for myself. And of course, these people have to start building their profile, gaining visibility through LinkedIn, whatever their platform is. So when I was first building this, I was building it for like every platform and everything. I moved it down to just being for LinkedIn. That's my primary platform right now. So and once you get into the process, you also learn like, oh, I need an API for this. Like, oh, LinkedIn has to approve me for this. Oh, I'm not approved. And oh, there's certain things that cost a lot of money that I did not realize cost a lot of money. Like I integrated OpenAI into this app so that you could use, so you're not using it in your normal ChatGPT. Did not realize that costs more money, and that money goes up really fast. So there's many learnings like that where like you can't even understand the constraints or what's possible unless you're like in it, doing it, building it, making something real. So what I wanted to build, and I won't show you all of the different parts, but I built this brand hub up here, and this is where people enter everything they get from my program. So this is really, really detailed personal information about yourself, not like stuff I don't know, not your health history or something like that, but it's all of the micro narratives, all of the different elements of your IP. And you go through like an onboarding process to enter all of that stuff about yourself. And I've integrated AI into that process. So it starts turning your stuff into usable content, usable headlines, usable nuggets, templates, etc., that kind of stuff. And then I wanted to build this process that takes you through turning all of your ideas into content that you actually post live on LinkedIn. So I'll just show you like a little move through the process. So I'll start with the ideate. This is just a dashboard that shows you all of your ideas that are live. And here on the left, you can capture this from your phone. So you can capture a screenshot of something you see. You can upload a voice memo, and you can post links and stuff like that. And it translates those into your brain dump here. So you could also, in your app on your phone, just write a little post or an idea, something that comes to you, and you're capturing these ideas. And when you capture them, they go down here to your nuggets. I don't know how to, oh, there we go. So you have all these nuggets. This is all just dummy text. But you can always go into different ones and start working on them. So this one, I actually put in the AI, which is down here. There's a AI assistant down there that's connected to ChatGPT. So you can improve these here, and then you can send them up to be finalized. Let's see if that's, you can send them to build. Once they're in build, over here you have your ideas that are in build. This is where you're actually building out your template, and you start tagging it, and it breaks it out by marketing, big ideas, long form, short form, etc. So once you have your draft you're actually building out, those drafts are over here. Those are the ones that are sort of in progress. You can also, from here, all of your templates are here, so you can generate headlines from your headline bank. You can also download all of this. There's also specific command. I don't like your mouse. There's specific, oh, it's backwards. That's why I'm like, why does this not work? There's specific commands of what you can do with the AI co-writer. So this is different from the one before. You can send it to produce. And in produce, I'll send this one to refine. From here, you're doing, you are adding your templates, and there's an image media in here somewhere. Maybe it's the next one. In approval. In approval, that's where you attach media. And then you select which platforms. You can format it for different platforms, and it takes a minute to do that. It'll turn the same content into different formats for different platforms. And then you can see, I don't know if it'll do it fast enough here.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is this an internal tool for you, or is this what you give your clients for them?
Oh, there it is. So you see how I did like emojis for the Instagram one, and then it makes it like more serious for the LinkedIn one. And then you can still edit those, but let's just say we approve them. And then from the live here, ready to share. This is, I am not gonna share that. I made this test mode. You learn the guardrails really fast. Do not post this to LinkedIn. So this is live connected to my LinkedIn. So that would post on my LinkedIn right now if I was not in test mode. And in the live database, which I here, so here is where all the published content on LinkedIn is. And this down here analyzes the themes from your comments and everything that's happening on your LinkedIn. And it creates the ideate nuggets that get sent back to the ideate section. So it's programmed for 3 things where it looks at what questions people are asking your comments, what feedback they're giving you, or what challenges, whatever. And it breaks them into those nuggets and sends them back to ideate so you can build your next ideas on it. So to answer your question, it's something I'm using for myself first. And I will eventually build something that's good enough to include for my clients. Yeah. So the idea is I also built a separate one for my clients when they're going through the program and they're collecting all their data. That one's a bit more complicated, I learned. But the idea is to connect that one to this one. So that one's kind of like a back end where you're collecting everything, and then this one's like a front end where in your dashboard you can put different platforms and stuff, so you can link it up to different platforms. But since I've built this out, the other thing that happened is I built a different version of this to test against it. So this is like a live app, a live website. I've since built one in Claude Cowork with Obsidian that I'm testing as an alternative to this. That one doesn't connect to, you can't like live post from it. But that one is working for a lot of other purposes. And also, I don't know if anybody has tried Claude Design this week or the last week since it came out, but I've built a lot of stuff in Claude Design. And it is much easier to connect my Claude Cowork to my Claude Design stuff and get the media uploaded. So anyway, I'm testing the difference between this like a live app, this one, and this kind of more internal kind of hack together system I did in Claude. So any questions? Yes. I'm actually going to change it to Claude. I was I was actually just testing. I was testing the difference between ChatGPT and Claude, but I can make it. Yeah, just like how well it works in the system, or like how well it works in the prompts. But yeah, I'll probably change it to Claude. Um, but yeah, I could have hooked it up to anything.